What's going on, guys? I wanted to show you my farrowing setup here that I just got done. It's taken me forever. I built 3 paddocks. They're 16 by 48 long, 16 wide, and this is going to be where the pigs, my Herefords, farrow. We'll keep them in here for 2 months, roughly 2 months, with the piglets. And then I want to show you where we're going to take the piglets and what we're going to do with them. And this is something you guys can do. I got some of this idea here, at least where the feeder pigs, the piglets that are going to be feeder pigs, how I'm going to do them. I got that idea from a guy out of Michigan. His YouTube channel is called Baker's Green Acres. Phenomenal channel. They've got a live chat that you guys can watch and you can ask questions on. It's Wednesday. I live in Kansas, so it's like 7 o'clock Wednesday in Kansas. So you could do the math, figure out what time that would be for you guys. But it's awesome. I mean, he's tons of knowledge. And the cool thing is you can ask him any question you want, and generally he'll answer it pretty quick. And a good answer. So I'll show you that after I show you the paddocks that I've got for the farrowing. Like I said, 48 by 16. Try to get you a good little setup here. Got that. Got these hog panels off Craigslist. Got these old hog huts from a guy in Winfield, Kansas. I don't know if I'm going too fast, but I just kind of wanted to show you the setup here. And we planted some forage in here. I was hoping, these are the gates here where we're going to let them in and out. That's where it splits right here. I got them just, you know, just done up like that, nothing fancy. I'm also, get out of the sun here, I'm going to train these piglets on the hot wire fence. And this is how I do that. I did it at my last setup. So right here you got a nice gap. So I'll run that hot fence through here, all the way down in between that gap over there, and just all the way down. So the idea behind that is when they come up and they touch that fence, I have heard that they'll want to run through it. They'll try to blow through it. Well, if they try to blow through it, they're going to stop, and then they're going to get shocked again. So they'll learn, hey, don't do this. I've never had that happen. It may have happened. I've never seen that happen. I've never personally seen a pig touch that and try to run through it. I've seen them touch it, and then run the opposite way. But they say that it happens, so I just kind of lean on the side of caution and get them trained up on it, and there you go. But that's the setup. My 3 girls are pregnant and they will be farrowing in February. I think I've talked to some guys who go, ooh, it's the coldest time of the month, but there's just, I've watched people on YouTube. Farm Builders is another guy, a great channel on YouTube. He's on the East Coast. I think they relatively have the same temperatures that we have during the wintertime here. And they farrow during the winter, outside on pasture, and theirs isn't as contained. Their huts that they farrow in aren't as contained as this. It's like half of it's open. So we got the backs set up to the north. I'm also going to put, I'll just show you real quick. I am going to put a piece of metal down the back of this whole deal here, just to help kind of stop that wind a little bit. I'll show you over here. Maybe I'll make a little more sense. In there. But just a piece of metal right here to help block that wind a little bit. We got some forage out here. We got some purple top turnips and some radishes for the piggies. I'm really hoping that so I planted purple top turnip, radish, crimson clover, and annual rye. I'm really hoping that it'll boom this spring, the clover and the annual rye. But I want to show you where they're going to go from. So feeder pigs are going from in there. We'll open up the gate, and then they're going to go down to that grass line over there. That's 300 foot. And then from this grass line here all the way this way will be 100 foot. And how that's going to be, it's going to be 300 by 100. And there'll be 3 paddocks. Each paddock is going to be 100 by 100 by 100. So my plan of attack for this is, and I kind of got this idea from Mark off of Baker's Green Acres, highly recommend you check out his channel, is I'm going to keep them in the 100 by 100 paddock, one paddock, for 30 days, supplementing the feed. And then once they go through that 1 ton feeder, I will rotate them into the next paddock. And what I'll do is I'm going to put a bunch of seed down of just sorghum, I mean, you name it, whatever I can get my hands on that is good forage for them that they'll like to eat. And I'll plant that. I'm also gonna trench out a water line out here, and I'm gonna get one of those heavy duty sprinklers that'll cover a lot of ground, and just kind of aerate it a little bit, or spray it a little bit during the nighttime to irrigate it, get some water in the soil, and just, that should really help speed up the growth process. So with that being said, keep in mind, so I've got them on 30-day rotation. So the first month they'll be in this paddock. When they've grazed it all down and they're done with their 1 ton feeder, they're going to the next paddock. So I'll have the seed in the ground, I'll be watering it, and then they'll be on that next paddock. So 30 days later they'll be done with that paddock. I'm gonna mimic the exact same thing. I'm gonna put the seed in the ground. I'm gonna help irrigate that cover crop. After that 30 days is gone, they're gonna go to the third paddock. And when they go to the third paddock, way out there, they'll finish that off in 30 days, and then I'm going to bring them right back here, to the first paddock, paddock number 1. So this first paddock will have had 60 days of growth time. Like I said, I'll be introducing water to it, help speed that process up for the growth, and there should be good forage. So they'll be on this for another 30 days, that first paddock. Then I'll after the 30 days, when they're done with that, the feeder, I'll put them on the second paddock. That second paddock will also have had 60 days. And I'm just going to mimic that same thing for the second and third paddock. So they'll be out here for 6 months on these paddocks, and they'll have nice forage, be supplementing with some feed, and then when they hit the 8-month marker, there will be a loading dock area right over there that I'm going to build up for them and take them off. So all sounds good. We'll see what happens. I fully plan on making this happen. I'm using the Premier 1 fencing for the electric fence, and I'll keep you guys posted. I'm about to run out of time here. God bless. Hope you guys have an awesome Merry Christmas, and all is good. We'll talk at you later.